Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekly forecast for the Twin Flame Collective for March 25th through the 31st. And so we are right in the midst of this eclipse energy, the eclipse portal. We do have the full moon eclipse in Libra happening today at 5 degrees, orb 7. And so this is like a total eclipse or shift in some type of belief is what I'm feeling. We're going to have the sun in Aries in opposition to the moon in Libra. And so this is the third eclipse out of a series of 6 eclipses on the Aries Libra axis. And so I feel these energies are big because we do have the total solar eclipse happening on Monday, April the 8th. And so we've been feeling these energies building. And before jumping in with the forecast, I got a major download connected to the Divine Masculine Collective. And I do feel this is connected to the energies between Lilith opposite Venus. I feel there's some type of divine intervention taking place within these karmic soul contracts. And there is the North Node conjunct Mercury. I feel that is kind of assisting and aiding the Divine Masculine Collective. And so I kept being shown the King of Swords with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords with the Page of Swords. And so there's a couple of energies and messages coming through, but I feel this is a major warning to be cautious. I do feel the King of Swords with the Three of Swords is deep emotional pain caused by somebody that you kind of trust. So I feel either the masculine is the one causing this deep betrayal or heartbreak, and usually that happens on the journey, or the masculine is in the one in this state of being betrayed or being heartbroken. But I do feel there's like this hurtful decision or hurtful action. There is a need to be rational, especially when dealing with any heartbreak caused by somebody that you love and that you trust. And so that betrayal wound runs very deeply within a lot of the twin soul connections. There's usually some type of third party betrayal, heartbreak, or wound. And so I also feel this energy is what goes around comes around. And so the emotional pain caused by the masculine towards the feminine of betrayal and heartbreak, I feel is now coming full circle. And it is the energy of cause and effect. And so whenever there is deep emotional connection with another, there is going to be deep pain when there's any type of separation or detachment. So I do feel there's a need right now in these eclipse energies for both adventure and introspection is what I channeled, because we are about to embark on a whole new energy, a whole new journey. We are jumping timelines, and so we are in a significant portal, I feel, of self-discovery. Are you ready to take a significant risk? And sometimes we do have to take a risk to leave the past behind. And with this being a South Node eclipse, it is about what are you holding on to? What needs to be eclipsed and released from the past in order to take a risk, to embrace this major energy shift towards following your intuition and seeking all of this deep inner wisdom. And so it is all about kind of like doing your homework. This journey of self-discovery is very profound, but we do have to do our homework, and then we got to kind of take the wisdom we've gained in the period of introspection, kind of like the hermit, and then we got to take a risk like the Fool, the Aries energy, and decide to make an impact on other people's journeys, because a lot of the twins are here to be these leadership, these new earth leaders, to step into leadership positions. And so a song that kept showing up on my YouTube feed and in my mind and on my Spotify and on my Google Home Mini and on my Alexa was Avicii, Without You. So go have a listen to the song Without You by Avicii. I do feel there might be some type of significant message in there for you, especially if you resonate with the telepathic connection through song. So let's talk about these eclipse energies. We are in the eclipse portal today. And so I do feel right now there's a refocus on building independence. So we need to remember these eclipses are going to go until March 29, 2025. There's a major series of eclipses affecting this axis, the Aries Libra North Node Collective and vice versa. And so right now I feel the energy that's been building is kind of asking us to acknowledge where we need to embrace more independence, where we need to work on self-assertiveness. And so we've been focused on this since April of 2023. And so this March eclipse, I feel, in Libra is prompting us to look at how we relate to others, how we relate to ourselves. If you're in a state of feeling bored or discontent in a karmic cycle, those feelings are going to be magnified at this time. I do feel, because of the Libra Aries axis, this is the perfect time to resolve any imbalances within that polarity. It's also the time of moving on from something, needing to turn the page and to learn a lesson connected to what you didn't let go of when you were in the Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node polarity. And so ultimately, we should all be striving to achieve balance in all areas of our life, spirituality, physicality, mind, body, and soul. And so this lunar eclipse is all about relationship polarities. Our entire human existence is all about relationship polarity. So how can you take a closer look at your needs? Are you meeting your own needs? Are you lacking somewhere in your life when it comes to what it is that you want and what it is that you desire? And how can you fulfill your own needs without looking for somebody else to fill your cup for you? Because nothing outside of us will ever bring us to a state of wholeness or completion. And so the most prominent affected signs are going to be the cardinal energies. So if you have prominent placements in Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, like your big three, or say your Venus or Mars, those areas of your life are going to be affected in these energies. And then also look to your housing side on your birth chart as to the polarity within those 4 houses of what lessons are coming up and what needs to be cleared, because I do feel there is a big link connected to the spring of 2019 and reaching some type of full illumination in this eclipse. And so whatever kind of has been building inside is demanding to be expressed, released. Exposed was a big word that they wanted me to use, exposed. And so we're also going to feel this all the way through to the new moon. And so these energies can also play out for up to 6 months. And so we're awakening to new emotions, or emotions that we thought we buried and were repressed. And all of these feelings are going to bring forward all kinds of revelations, maybe even Kundalini activations. And so eclipses are basically portals. They're portals that can lead to resolution, or they're portals that can lead to downfalls. Most likely a crisis of some sort is going to play out. And this can also mean just a crisis of consciousness, like a crisis of beliefs, shifting a belief when it comes to a sudden awareness of a pattern or a lack in your life. And so this is the energy of I feel, really affecting the masses. And so you hear all of the talk on TikTok or social media about how everybody's preparing for this eclipse on April the 8th. I do feel we are in some very challenging energies. So if you would like to book a transit chart reading with me or a personal reading with me, now would be the perfect time. Also, if you'd like to join the channel and become a member, there is an option to join the membership side of the channel. And over there, we do deep talks about the shift from 3D to 5D. We do card pulls. We talk about ascension. We talk about the journey. We talk about alignment. It's just a fun, safe place for all of us to connect. So feel free to check it out. But definitely, if you're struggling and you'd like to book a reading, please feel free to check out my webpage. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and like the videos, comment on the videos, and share them. It does help to circulate the content. It helps the channel to grow. But I feel right now relationships are going to be challenged. And I do feel the counterparts that are in the karmic cycles, those relationships are going to be broken down and they're going to be dissolved. So the true twin flame counterparts can come together, and that relationship can now be strengthened. 9/11, as we step into being these new earth leaders. And so there is also a connection all the way back to the Twin Towers, 9/11. And so right now we're working on clearing all of these past patterns, and anything that's been holding us back from fulfillment is going to be very loud over the coming weeks. And so this full moon, I feel, is bringing in a revelation, maybe even divine communication. It could mean blowing up a dramatic situation. But all of these blow-ups and expressions, they are coming from real feelings. But the eclipse is going to bring all of the dysfunction to the light. Any dysfunctional areas of your life is going to be brought to your attention, and you're not going to be able to avoid it. And so the next eclipse is going to be on April the 8th. And so after that eclipse energy on Wednesday, we are going to have Venus in Pisces opposite Lilith in Virgo. And so this is the feminine energy. I feel very raw emotions, deep inner emotions. And the Lilith energy is releasing all of these repressed sexual desires. And so this is happening at a degree of 19 degrees, orb 37. And so there is a need to express freedom, right? As we get further into the age of Aquarius, it's all about outside of the box. It's all about freedom and embracing our sovereignty within connections and within the world. And so this is a very rebelling energy, rebelling against the status quo energy. And so right now I feel within the karmic contracts, there's like these two opposing forces that are playing out. And it's creating a very compelling and tumultuous dynamic of separation, but it's like the wisdom tavern. And so I don't know why they wanted me to call it the wisdom tavern, but it's like a tavern of wisdom. And so you think of the hermit shines the light. And whenever I think of a tavern, I think of like a lantern. And so there's a lot of wisdom when we face the tension and the power struggles. There's going to be an enhanced obsessiveness with the Venus energy that's going to really highlight insecurities and self-worth issues. And it is the energy of like exposing a trauma bond where, you know, you got the highest of the highs, but then you got the lowest of the lows. And so a trauma bond 1133 is basically this very intense love-hate dynamic. Passionate love, passionate hate, and then you're oscillating, right, between this energy of feeling thrilled and then being utterly tormented. And so it's a very toxic, dramatic dynamic. I feel that is coming to an end. There are going to be separations when it comes to these trauma bonded relationships. It is the energy, though, too, of opposites attract, but it does create a volcanic transformation. And so I feel the Venus energy, when it comes to any karmic feminine energy that needs to be expressed and cleared and integrated, if you are in a karmic feminine energy, this might appear to be an energy of becoming consumed by thoughts of another person. It could be obsessive, jealous, controlling energy, and obsessive and just being utterly consumed with thoughts and emotions towards another person. And then the flip side of that is somebody that definitely doesn't respond to you, right? And so it could be like obsessive consumption can look like when you're very codependent towards another. It can look like, oh my God, who are they with? What are they doing? Why didn't they text me back right now? And your imagination goes wild and really doesn't matter what anybody else is doing because you can't control another person, and everybody's going to do whatever the heck they want to do anyway. And so this obsessive fixation is very unhealthy. And it does stem from deep inner insecurities. And so I feel this is like a deep fear that needs to be brought to light when it comes to, maybe you can't quite pin the fear down, but it is like a fear of abandonment, or fear. It's basically a fear of abandonment. So you cling and you hold on, and then you hold on so tight to somebody that all they want is freedom. So the opposite of the clinging is somebody that wants freedom. They want to come and go as they please, and they are resistant to any type of commitment. And so basically these trauma bonded relationships is a clashing of the egos, a clashing of beliefs and values. And so it's like criticism, mind games. And I think I talked about that in the daily message, was the games that people play. And so it's upside down reality when we play into these trauma bonded connections. And so I think that's becoming very apparent. And then on Thursday, March the 28th, this is the very last major transit going exact before we go into Easter weekend. And we do have Venus sextile Uranus carrying with it a vibration of like judgment and the Queen of Cups. And so this is a very unexpected ending, I feel, in love. I do feel this is where any emotional instability and confusion comes to light. I do feel romantic relationships are breaking apart when it comes to unresolved issues that just can't be resolved. And so this is also like the past coming back. And so this just might be a past memory of unresolved issues coming back up to be expressed, to be released. And it does create maybe an energy portal of instability for the divine feminine who maybe has already done the work, but like another layer of understanding, because the journey is kind of like peeling back the layers of an onion. And so I do feel right now there's a lot of deep seated emotional trauma that really affects us in the present due to previous relationship endings that we do need to clear. And so we can't keep stuffing this stuff down anymore. But let's jump in with the cards. Let's see what else needs to come through for the collective today. I'm going to use the Mystical Moments Tarot deck. I grabbed the Crystal Stone deck. And I also grabbed the Everyday Witch Tarot for clarification. But I do think we're going to start by using my handmade Twin Flame Oracle deck. We're going to start off with messages from here. So look at that. I got the deck. We get meditate and change in the wind. And so stay in the now moment to enjoy the journey and attract more positivity. But there's a lot of ancestral karma, I feel, in focus. And there's going to be a change in the wind because we are here to rewrite these patterns. Look at that. Fell right out. You are needing more information. So we are also entering a time of new higher learning, new higher study, new esoteric study. There's a need to create balance. Libra is all about balance, but we're going to get a few of these cards and we're going to see what needs to come through as just a general setting of the tone for the week ahead for the twins. So top of the deck, get grounded. You might just want to go outside and embrace the healing miracles of nature, especially if you are dealing with a counterpart that needs to cut some cords with a karmic partner or a karmic attachment. And so karmic energy can be people, places, and things. A third-party interference can be an addiction, can be a third-party person, can be somebody that overworks. But there's a block when it comes to some type of karmic attachment or karmic partner. So get grounded. Divine Feminine on the bottom of the deck. All you need to do, I feel, in these energies is find balance, find your peace, find your center. Divine timing. These eclipses are saying, hey, this is the time where we consciously choose to co-create our journey. Oh, we get the present. So big message, I feel, for the Divine Feminine. Stay in the now moment. Just enjoy your journey. That was a big lesson for me. When we are not present in the body, in reality, we are actually disassociated and disconnected from reality. And so be present in the moment, because these transits, I feel, are bringing forward a fated meeting. And so there will be a divine fated meeting. I think just celebrate and trust and know that you are drawing closer. And so the feminine is the gravitational pull. Do not go chasing. Do not go into obsessive spirals, because that is not going to serve you in these energy transits. And so get yourself informed. Maybe you're thinking about learning and studying astrology or tarot, or learning more about meditation or energy healing work. So these energies are pushing us and supporting us to move forward towards a new area of study and learning. So let's break it down between the masculine and the feminine this week, and let's see what needs to come through. We're going to start off with the Crystal Stone deck, and we will get a couple of cards for the Divine Masculine to start, and we will break it down from there, and then we'll move on to the Divine Feminine. So messages for the Divine Masculine Collective, guidance, healing. What do we need to know for the week ahead for the twins, for the Divine Masculine Collective? Okay, we get selenite. That one felt right. So selenite is speaking about clearing the path to enlightenment. And so I do feel like a lot of these masculines, they go icy cold on the Divine Feminine, and there's like blocked communication. And I do feel the masculine is coming into maybe a newfound awareness of himself being a healer. It's almost like he's finally stepping into being a believer. So I do feel the masculine's in some type of current cleansing process. And I do feel it is this energy of him wanting to wipe the slate clean. So I do feel he knows that there is somebody around him extra shady, and he does want to wipe the slate clean. And so it's the energy of the moose. And so I think the masculine has definitely been praying to the gods above. Maybe they see the masculine, all the clearing energy that she's done, and they are now starting to pick up the process too. So let's get a message from the top of the deck. Protect your magic. So labradorite, you might even want to work with these two stones during the eclipse. But I do feel like a discovery energy. I feel definitely exploring energy, discovering alchemical energy, spiritual alchemical, dreamy energy Pisces. Could be dealing with the Pisces. Maybe your masculine is a Pisces or has strong Pisces in his chart. But I think a recognition of somebody that is extra shady that tried to cast a spell over him. And I'm like being shown like the Little Mermaid scene. But I do feel the masculines are in a bottoming out energy too, almost in this state of losing magic, losing faith in the world. And I think they're looking at the feminine and seeing how wonderful and whimsical she is, and that's like their guiding light. Oh, bottom of the deck, we get the Herkimer diamond. And so this is like a highly sensitive clearing towards enlightenment. So I do feel a recognition of the sacredness of the connection, almost like the masculine is going through twin soul recognition. And I do feel the divine feminine's beauty in itself is very alluring and energetic, and the masculine is being drawn to the feminine is what it looks like. So I think he can see things crystal clear now. And so he might need to seek some type of therapy or healing work, but I do think he is coming back online when it comes to his spirituality. So like a double termination energy, double termination. So maybe the masculine is losing his job. He might have to relocate. Double termination. And I do think this is a very collective energy for the masculines. I don't think this is very specific, but I do think the energy is very, very brutal that a lot of the masculines are working in. So, or working through, sifting through. What needs to come through for the Divine Feminine Collective, messages for the Divine Feminine Collective. And look at that, 3 just kind of went boop, boop. So what do we got here? We get Amber. So maybe your name is Amber, doesn't have to be, but Amber is a beautiful stone. If you want to get deep into your ancient origins, it kind of helps you recharge and tap into some good vibes. We get Tourmaline quartz, and this is allowing you to go through a psycho-spiritual scrub of your own divine feminine, restoring you to perfect light and moldavite. So moldavite did come through in the daily, I believe. And so moldavite is for spiritual seekers. So you might just be coming into a major moment of like bringing it to God, bringing it to the altar. That was what came through, was the coming to Jesus moment. So we are all on different timelines. So this could be a fated meeting for a twin soul connection, just coming into twin soul recognition. And maybe you're just getting ready to gear up for a long, dark night of the soul winter. But definitely 2 very old souls here. And so I do feel like deserting energy. So maybe this is you are creating a negative scenario. It's like being deserted on an island somewhere is kind of the energy I'm feeling. So I do feel divine feminine, though. I'm speaking to somebody here that this eclipse is showing you what you need to convert. So I think it's time to shed light on some negative vices, addictions. You might also need to clear some emotional vampires out of your life. But I feel you kind of do have a clear view of your whereabouts. And I think you're feeling maybe your masculine getting kicked down into the gutter or something. But I feel as you kind of step into restoring your life, your light, your life, the masculine, I feel, just is kind of frozen in time. And I do feel like the universe is trying to blanket you or cover you or keep you protected as the masculine goes through this energy as well. So I do feel Aquarian energy. You could have major Aquarius energy in your chart, or maybe look to where Aquarius is in your chart. But I feel that is where the clearing is taking place. That is going to get you really in a state of cleared karma to operate at that higher frequency. So what do we got on the bottom of the deck for a combined message? We get turquoise. Speak your truth. So bottom line, this is all about truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And so I do feel there's going to be so many people activating their throat chakra, going AWOL. The collective is going to be going AWOL during these eclipse portals. And we need to remember, I think humans, the human collective is going to get rocked to the core. And a lot of us had this awakening process before all of this played out, to be those guides, to be those protectors and those way showers. And so there is definitely a need to speak up. Not anything, I feel like nothing is really set in stone, but this is all about speaking up, speaking out, stepping into some type of service mission. When we feel so disconnected from anything that makes us feel human, it really does get us in a slump. And so we are here to speak our truth. We are here to speak our manifestation into existence. And so manifest your masterpiece, because any ideas that are coming through now are allowing the trimmings. Maybe by Christmas, are allowing the twins, I think, to bring a big dream into reality. And so it really is time for the twins to get the grind on and to create new earth together. But let's jump in with some tarot and let's see what else needs to come through for the twins. We'll dig into the divine masculine first, and those two just slipped. Look at that, Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. So I feel the masculine's going through beautiful uncaging. And look at that, bottom of the deck, the world reverse, the high priestess reverse. Oh my God, justice. There's definitely some type of rebalancing going on here. I'm going to put them back in the deck. But I do feel the masculine is kind of really having a hard time struggling with this higher heart activation. So I do feel a big purge. The Ten of Cups is a need to clear away anything as a block for this new beginning. And I do feel like a spiritual heart awakening. So let's get a couple cards for the divine masculine. What do we need to know? Oh, look at that. We get the Two of Cups. Kind of come out sideways. And we get the Queen of Wands. And so I do feel there's a need to break free. That Queen of Wands energy, I do feel, is really trying to beg for attention. If you notice this Queen of Wands, it's got the peacock energy. And so peacocks, you know, they like that attention. So I feel flailing energy. So we've got this Queen of Wands sideways, right? When she's a challenge. And so that would be a kind of karmic feminine energy, trying to create some type of entanglement, right? And so the Two of Cups, the twin energy, and we get the Ace of Wands. And so Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. I also feel there's a recognition from the karmic feminine. She does realize the masculine is digging into something, searching a little bit deeper. Maybe the masculine is digging into the karmic feminine. And I do feel an exposure of some inconsistencies, codependencies. We get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I think a recognition that somebody's only with them for their money, and a need to let that go. And so there's that Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups. And so the masculine, I think, is right in their emotions. And they're right in there swimming with the sharks. And so I do feel they're thinking about taking action. So they're swimming in a lot of emotions. And we got to remember, we've got Venus and Mars now both in Pisces. And so there's going to be a lot of delusions. And so things are moving forward. And the truth is coming to light. But I do feel things are moving forward at a snail's pace. So Cancer energy. I think things are kind of moving and shaking around now, but there might not be full movement until Cancer season. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Your masculine could be a Cancer. Let's dig into the divine feminine side. Needs to come through for the divine feminine. Oh, we get the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. Oh my goodness, Ten of Wands reverse. I feel the masculine is rushing in with some type of confession. That's what I kind of feel for the feminine. So we get the Ten of Wands in reversed. The King of Wands, it's like he is burning up for passion for you. I feel like a flame has been ignited. And I do feel like by that total eclipse, on April the 8th, he's going to be going through that burning ring of fire, and he's coming in with some type of confession. And he's really held this in. I think he's been planning to sneak away for a long time. And I do feel he has watched you go through a period of growth, and he knows it's time to release the burden. So what else can you tell me about the twins? What else can we expect for the week ahead? Oh, well, that seems like a big fallout. It's a lot of energy. So we get the Knight of Cups with the Empress in reversed. So saying peace in my heart. I'm hearing John Mayer. Peace in my heart. I don't know if you know the song. Put it in the comments. But I do feel the masculine has never been able to fill that void, that peace in the heart. We also get the King of Swords with the Four of Swords. So the King of Swords reverse the Four of Swords. He's never really been able to express himself when it comes to needing to heal I do feel he's breaking out of that self-imposed prison. And there is a lot of ascension energy. So breaking free from an old mindset of manipulation, or of maybe what commitment means. And so fear of commitment can lead to all kinds of betraying actions, right? And so I do feel with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Five of Wands in reversed, I feel there, like it's all eyes on the masculine. And there is some type of exposure, a revelation, and the karmic energy, I feel, is exposed. The Moon, Pisces, Cancer, and then we get the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So there's going to be a lot of throat chakra activations, truths unveiled, breaking free from anything that has kind of kept us entrapped. And the wheels have already been set in motion. So I'm just going to put all of that back. That seems like there's going to be some type of fallout coming forward this week. So let's clarify the Chariot, because it does seem like at a snail's pace, but I do feel like the masculine's coming in. Oh, look at that. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck in the Tower. So the masculines are definitely having some type of an emotional breakthrough, emotional tower. They're definitely feeling foolish. And it's almost like this energy of Robin Hood, or like they've robbed from somebody, or they got robbed or something. Somebody kind of took something is what it feels like. So let's clarify the Chariot on the masculine side, because he is headed your way. And I think maybe you've waited a long time for this, but I think by that second eclipse, the masculine is coming in. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Was a delivery. So Bailey's my protector. So we are clarifying the Chariot. Knight of Cups. I do feel an offer after they go through this ending. Definitely. So there's that Hermit energy I felt. They are coming in with an apology. So I feel by that second eclipse, there will be an apology. It's like you are calling them in. You are the gravitational pull. And so you have to keep connecting to your soul song, connecting to your resonance. And that will bring the masculine out of a period of introspection. It's like you're the flame while he goes through this death energy. So it's like the thread hasn't quite been cut. It's like just hanging on by a thread. And the masculine is getting ready to cut that out. And he's coming in defending this connection is kind of what it feels like. So I do feel the masculine is in a state of deep regret. They feel maybe they've lost wish fulfillment. I do feel it's the masculine in deep heartbreak. And I think there's some type of justice playing out behind the scenes. And you just kind of need to have blind faith. I do feel things are working out in your favor, and there is a need to just celebrate. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands reversed on the Divine Feminine side, because I do feel this has been a long time coming. What's the burden here? What's the burden? Oh. We get the Queen of Swords. Oh, and that flew on the masculine side. So we get the Queen of Swords in reversed, and we get the Ace of Wands. So I do feel you've exposed some truth, and there is a very mysterious energy. I do feel there's fear, though. The masculine knows he's got to come and face you, and he knows he can't lie to you. He can't hide anything from you. So the challenge might be you being willing and open to receiving a message, too. So I think blocks are removed. Lies are exposed, and I do feel it's going to create some type of volcanic reaction within the collective. So let's get a closing message. What else do we need to know? Oh, let's do the Rose deck, the Rose Oracle. Look at that. The Return just fell as I cut the deck. Oh, the Rapture. Oh, my God. Divine Rapture and the Return. And so this is the return of the second coming of Christ as well. And so as the Divine Feminine comes into a state of alignment, it does all come together. So there is some type of rapture going on when it comes to the twins coming into union. So we're going to leave that there. And it is the energy of, yeah, you are attracting like a rose, Divine Feminine. You've called in the counterpart. So get ready to receive abundance, all of your desires. And I do feel the masculine has heard the call. He's heard the inner call, and that thread is about to bust. His soul is leading him towards you, the mystic, and he is getting ready to live life courageously. So this week is the week of divine rapture. One last message, the child within. So this is all about honoring and nurturing the inner child, the inner mother, the inner father, and bringing yourself to a place of gentleness and tenderness. And so, yeah, come to me. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. That's what I just heard. So I do feel right now we've been in this fertile void, and there is a secret new beginning. Get ready, because the masculine will be taking grounded action very soon, and that's what I have for the twins this week. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you'd like to book a reading with me, check out the description box below, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.